Welcome back, universe. Why do you call it Beekeeper Studios?
I suppose we can dive into that quick. So, my retirement plan down the line when
You're gonna be beekeeper?
No, it's a nickname that I acquired in my career, and I decided to take that name and turn it into a bunch of other sections. But when I'm older and I can't perform field work anymore, I want to be a consultant for management, for restaurants, construction, music. Like, basically, I want to do, that kind of counseling work for businesses to succeed in specific areas that I'm strong in. So I call it Beekeeper International, and I have, my own brand for guitar picks.
Guitar pick right there, Beekeeper.
For music, so that's where I do all my music stuff, and it's a multifaceted management company to do consultant work for as I age.
But why Beekeeper?
Because it's a nickname, and I can put all of those things into one, and my pitch is going to be a part of the hive, because I'm the beekeeper.
You're the beekeeper. Why don't you get all fancy and call yourself the apiarist?
Just because of the whole nickname thing and how I'm known by this name in this city to many.
The Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper.
Okay.
There's a story behind that I absolutely cannot share.
What?
So
this is off the rails, man.
No, trust me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we have the Jew here with us, and we're going to get into some awesome Jew stories. I think we should start it out with one of my favorite Jew stories. The first time he came to my house.
Yeah, this is why we're not actually best friends. You just convince yourself that we are, but really you're just a guy to hang out with.
Because of this story.
Yeah, I'm just pretty much shot yourself in the foot.
Instant best friend status ruined.
Gone.
Yeah, day one.
Yep. So I've known Ian since we were in first grade. We were 6 years old. We've been friends forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. the air quote friends. Forever. So the first time
fucking kick you
the Jew is coming over to my house, we're walking up to this house. It's not my house.
I fucking hate you just hearing.
He's still angry about it.
Well, every time he fucking tells it, it's like I'm the asshole. Like I'm the dumbass. Tell the story, and then we'll see.
I'm trying.
He tricked you.
Okay, so I go, okay, Jew.
You didn't call me Jew. You said Ian.
Okay.
It's fucking.
Okay.
Just stay on track.
You want me to tell the story, and then
I don't want you to tell the story.
I'll mute you. I guess give me.
You don't mute me because I don't even have a mic.
Yeah, we gave you a Fisher Price, my first microphone.
You don't want to find out what muting is here, okay?
All right. So we're walking up to this strange house, and I'm like, all right, Jew, Ian, I gotta go get the mail. You can go in, but my mom's really anal. You gotta make sure you take your shoes off. So I go around the corner of the house, and I'm watching him walk in. And he walks into this strange house, and a lady starts screaming at him. And he's like, I'm taking them off. I'm taking them off. Starts kicking his shoes in.
Yeah.
So great.
Let's take a step back. How am I wrong in this?
He doesn't know where to go.
Yeah.
You direct
me. My
to the
friend.
Wrong house.
My friend directed me to. No, I'm gonna keep my volume up, Maui. Fuck you.
You will be ejected.
Yeah. I've never been to your house before in my entire life. You're my friend.
That's how I knew I
You
was
said,
cool.
why would I think my 6-year-old friend would be a pathological fucking liar? And be like, this is my house, go in here.
And take your shoes off.
Yeah. Why would I?
I mean,
why would I question it? Would you question that if you'd never been to somebody's house before?
Well, no.
Would you think somebody would be that
much of a dick?
Horrible of a person?
I mean, no, to your point, if we really wanted to explore this, we could probably find some deep-rooted psychological issues with our host.
Yeah,
but that's not
I don't think you'd have to take much exploring. I think this story pretty much.
I'm fucked up. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
The Klein family, the pranksters.
Yep.
Got to sink or swim, and I was sinking for 2 weeks until I got on Foz's good side.
Yep. And then Foz, you had a pencil fight with him, and everything was good. He made me go into my house first the next time, though. Because fool the Jew once, shame on me.
Yeah.
So
I think I did make you go.
Also, general rule of thumb here. See this thumb? I'm doing the Bill Clinton thumb right now. Nobody tells my tech girl to shut the fuck up. You understand me?
Yeah.
There's a small window there with your name on it. No one will ever hear you scream.
What is your favorite Drew story that you got?
You know, we've done a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, we have.
But we had, and a lot of people aren't going to get this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We had this big idea senior year that we wanted to do something that was remembered that they would talk about forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember who officially named this movement, but we were going to do what was called the Great Commotion.
Oh, the Great Commotion, yep.
As in commotion. And we needed somebody to start this because what we wanted to have happen was that one person gets up to do a cue and to just, instead of dump their lunch tray in the garbage and then stack the tray, we'd all just come in a pile and just dump it on the floor, causing mayhem.
Worked beautifully.
We needed a beacon. We needed the fucking marathon man to start the show. So, willingly, Ian approached the garbage cans and put his hood up, but he dumped the tray over his head and spiked the tray down, triggering the Great Commotion.
Yeah.
Dude, didn't people get arrested?
No, all that happened to me was the art teacher who had lunch doing that day, all I did is just goes, just go to detention.
Just get out.
He didn't even yell at me, he's just like, just go.
Some people got ticketed. The cops were called.
There was threats of tickets. One of our friends, everybody's friend in the room, Mark Adams, got called into the office because I think he was one of the early facilitators of the planning stages.
It doesn't sound that funny, but when you have 300 kids get up and just throw lunch trays at the garbage
in
can
a giant pile, it's mayhem.
There's the poor lunch aide who's making $10.50 an hour just watching like 300 students, because West Bend East is huge. Watching just like the entire lunchroom approaching, shit.
Plus,
terrible.
Plus, we're in West
awesome.
Bend, Wisconsin people. And
you were in school.
Where was I during this?
I don't know.
Probably a different lunch hour, because we had 3, remember, 4, 5, 6 were all lunch periods.
I would think that I would have heard about it.
But Mark was in the principal's office. I don't know if I can say his name or not.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, he's a jag.
Yeah.
But
Super Macho Man.
Super Macho Man from Punch-Out was our principal, like, legit. He got called in his office, and Mark refused to let go of his taco.
Yeah.
He's eating his soft taco anyway, and he brings it in the office, and Mark's eating the taco while he's getting yelled at by our principal. He's like, "Will you put that down?" He goes, "Nope." And he takes a bite, and meat falls off on this carpet. And he said once that happened, he's like, Mark swears, he's like, "I swear to God, he took booze out of his cabinet and poured it in his coffee because he was so stressed out. Like, this kid won't even drop his taco. Meat's on my floor. There's 300 trays just fucking all over the floor in the East Cafeteria." And it all started with our beacon right here. We needed the lead man to get it going.
I still remember having like actual instant regret too once it all started like culminating and I saw the chaos that we created, because you got to where the trays went, and it, like as everybody started going, it went from just people dumping their lunches into the garbage can to just like chaos,
throwing them at the garbage cans.
Everywhere.
And I was your hype man because I was staring you in the face, and I'm like, "Are you ready? Like, put your hood up, don't get it in your hair. You can do this."
Over your head.
And then
it was chicken and gravy. I think it was chicken. It was
mashed potato
taco
gravy
too.
Oh, best mashed potatoes in the world.
Yeah, and we triggered a 300-person movement for our senior year of mass chaos.
Oh, yeah, because we had the time. I remember we had somebody get up, because we had 48-minute lunches back then. We had somebody get up, go around and be like, "Okay, so at this time, just get up. Don't have to do anything crazy. Just get up and start walking to take your lunches." So it was synchronized to literally the minute I think somebody screamed.
There was like a noise.
There was a noise, and then I dumped the lunch on my head, and then they were like, that was like a distraction. And then I looked, and they were like, "Oh shit! Like, what's happening?"
Because I'm like, you got to dump your tray on your head, and then you got to get out of there because trays are gonna come flying. So it's like dump, go, we knew we weren't going to let anything happen to you because we talked to everybody. It's like, you're not getting burned for this because you didn't plan this, but you're our signal guy.
All I got was a half-hour detention.
Right.
Second half of lunch, he's like, just
go up to detention.
Go to detention.
Right.
Ian, God damn it.
You were protected.
I did another, speaking of prank on the Jew, I got a pretty good one we did at lunch. My sister at one time worked at a dentist office, and she gave me a bottle of topical anesthetic.
Why would your sister give you that?
So I could prank you.
That's
And then, so what I did was I poured it all over his fork, and then I bought him like a fruit tray and said, here you go, buddy. Enjoy a nice fruit tray. So he starts eating it, and then it just numbs his mouth and lips, and he's like drooling. And he had speech class next hour.
That was terrible.
I actually think I missed that day. I was
day?
sick that day.
Oh,
Alex described mine and his relationship perfectly.
How?
You did horrible things to me, and then Alex was there to clean up the mess. Like put the towel right. Like, it's all right, man. It's all in good fun.
How are you guys still friends?
We didn't talk for like 8 years.
Yeah, that happens.
But you were always there to.
I was
defend
always
him.
his buddy. Growing up through school, nobody picked on Ian. I did pranks to him, but I let nobody fuck with him. Even in soccer, he used to give me a number of a dude to take
Good
out.
system.
Oh, yeah.
12.
Yeah, you can at least, I'm not like totally a dick, right?
Yeah, you're not totally a dick.
There you go.
Just went way over the top a lot.
Sometimes I get excited.
You
I
carried
was
away?
having too much fun, man.
You did save my life once. So.
Oh yeah, I don't know how the hell that happened. We're walking down Highway P. I'm carrying like a 12-pack of soda. We're going to my house. We're just kids. There's a bridge on my left, and Ian is on my right.
With a 12-pack of Sprite.
With a 12-pack of Sprite, which Molly is drinking right now.
And Ian.
And Ian.
Product plug.
More
Bam.
Sprite. There you go.
Mhm.
Sprite, send us some soda. Okay.
Next.
So all of a sudden, he's falling off the cliff.
Yeah.
He's hanging there. I'm like, give me your other hand.
No, and this wasn't
I
a joke.
can't.
This wasn't like a little, oh, he'll just fall. No, I would have straight up died. It was over and over.
I don't know how he slipped out to underneath.
Gravel, maybe? Or
He was
I
on
don't
the
know what happened.
Opposite side of me.
All of a sudden, you just heard like just gravel.
And now he's hanging on. Give me
No,
your
he-
other hand. I can't. Do it.
No,
Then
I
we
was
pull him
hanging
up.
like this.
Yeah.
Just the feet dangling over 30-foot abyss. Just darkness.
yeah.
It was over that haunted fucking road.
Death.
Yeah, we brought that up in the previous episode.
in our little Halloween special. That fucking road.
That haunted
Death
road,
road.
dude.
Almost
It's
killed
Death
the Jew.
Road. That's what we called it. Death. That's
Death.
simply death.
I still don't like that road.
See?
What's the name of that road?
Northwest Passage.
Yep. And see, viewers, Ian had no idea of the episode we did last week, and he also is referring to this haunted road, so you know it's the legitimate universe. Seriously.
Yes.
No, this road's...
You should thank whoever you want to thank that it is now an industrial park that's completely modernized because it was haunted.
Here's what made the road horrifying for me. It's not that you saw anything. It's nothing that was blatant. It's as you were walking through it, you got this, like, feeling that horrible things had happened there at some point. It was like a presence
Like
that
a
you never saw. It was
Indian
fucked
burial
up.
ground or something
Right.
that they dug
And
up and disturbed.
It was
Weird.
dark, and there was just pine trees, and it was just fucked up.
Something that we brought up and see if you have the same thing. Like, you would look up to the sky when you'd walk, and it would throw off your equilibrium. You couldn't walk a straight line
Yeah.
if you looked to the sky. You had to look straight forward, or you were somewhere else.
Well,
It
and
was
I just
really
remember
weird.
what fucked me up about it is that on both sides, you were just surrounded by, like, huge fucking pine trees. So you couldn't see what was coming on each side of you.
And
So
then-
you'd be walking, and you got the feeling that something could just... You could disappear and be fucking gone.
And later on, all
You'd
that
be a
got
story where it's like,
Yeah,
where did
that
you
was
see him? The
all
last time I
dirt.
heard from him, he said he was walking here, and then they would never find your body. It was... That's,
Yeah, it
it
was.
was horrifying.
We gotta go to something else because my tech girl looks utterly bored with us right now. she needs excitement. Let's give her
Why is it
something
always
else.
me looking bored?
I'm gonna leave it to you, Jew. What do you want to talk about here?
Shit. I don't know if it's going to interest anybody.
Let's go.
We can always edit you out if you suck.
Yeah,
so
that's
just give
true.
her.
Oh, Got nothing. All I can think about is
We
the
put him on the
fucking.
spot. He froze.
Yep.
No. All I can think about to talk about is the fact that the fucking Packers season is over, and then I'm. Yeah. See, there's no
It's a
interest
risk you
in that.
take when you play football. You get hurt.
Well, yeah, it sucks
See,
for
there's no
people,
interest
but there's
in
going to be like so much more shit to do on Sundays for people.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. I watched a half of Packer football today because I was at my
Yeah, that's all you
house.
really had to see.
And yeah, that's
It went downhill after the first half.
yeah. So
We could talk about video games. That's always a safe bet.
Oh, that I'm making you play. Ian doesn't like playing scary
I don't like
games.
playing scary games.
Oh yeah, there's this new game,
like being
Perception. Oh, it sounds so awesome. You're a blind chick that uses
right up my alley.
echolocation. There you go.
I'll probably be really good at the game.
Probably, but you tap a cane and it does echolocation, and you have to make your way through like this haunted house.
Yeah, so it's dark, and when she taps the cane, it's this like wave of, you can see for a brief second the wave of sound as it passes like the objects. You can see them just for a second. Or if you walk into a room and there's a clock there that's ticking, you can see around the clock for a little bit because it's making sound waves that she can
It's out.
perceive.
We're gonna do it. You get freaked the fuck on scary video games.
I do.
But it's like you can round a corner, tap the cane, and all of a sudden there's something there. It's just scary.
I'm
Like the anticipation.
I don't play much anymore, but I'm like the basic white bitch of video games now because like I like my
You need to explain a little bit further.
I get my WWE 2K update every year. When Fire Pro releases a wrestling game, I get that. I pretty much only do wrestling and Star Wars now because I don't care about anything else. Because it totally parallels my life too. Like my hot boxing Star Wars.
Hot box.
And I did hot box.
But see, you gotta broaden your horizons a little bit because games are getting out now that are fucking.
That's the thing.
Dude,
My horizon used to be broad, and now that I'm old and I barely play,
Yeah.
I only pick like the things that actually interest me in my.
I get you.
Because I'm not a haunted dude. I'm not a zombie
You should
guy.
not be allowed to play
I
FIFA.
shouldn't because I get fucking violent because EA is bullshit.
How many holes?
Don't get me started.
Yeah, how
How many
many-
holes do you have in your wall?
Yeah,
from,
PS4 shaped holes in your drywall.
the controller.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
off, I'm
the
in a
controller.
trailer. The walls are like this thick, so that's not really fair.
You still threw it through the wall.
That happened like 3 or 4 times.
Through the wall.
I stopped.
Yeah.
I got rid of FIFA. I was so pissed at FIFA. I
Yep.
did a roundhouse kick to a fan, a jumping spin kick in the middle of the night.
This
I
man should not be doing jumping spin kicks.
I was
President
playing
tear
him.
everything in your knee.
I was playing him like online I was sitting at my house and he was at his house, and he got so mad
I hit
because
the
I
post
kept getting
8 times in a
quote
row.
cheap goals, and he kept hitting the post that he kicked the fan.
A jumping spin kick. I didn't even know I had it in me. A running fan. It's still busted.
What all you people made the mistake of, because I played FIFA 02. That's how
Wow.
in the loop I am. I enjoyed that. But what you guys need to just realize that there's no soccer game worth playing unless it's NES World Cup. And just leave it at
It's
that.
true. That is a good game.
Beat Cameroon 20-0 and just be happy.
The thing that blows my mind about video games is like, we've seen it from the beginning till now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, the graphics, the things they actually make that thing with the cane, that's mind blowing that somebody even came up with that.
Very cool.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, now I play games that don't even have purpose. You guys hate
Oh, I
it.
hated that Journey game that you
Game
played.
was the shit.
No, it was awful.
Do nothing.
It got such good reviews. I never played
It's-
it.
It doesn't tell you what to do. You're just like
Yeah.
a floating bean going across
Yeah,
the
and you
desert.
meet up with other players, and
I
there's no
hate
talking.
how-
All you can do is communicate with the button. It's fucking it's an experience. It's not just a game. So you can
It sucks
appreciate it.
balls.
Now it's got a sequel.
How?
Oh, it's gonna suck.
Journey 2? I don't know.
It's got a sequel. It's
I
gonna be
just
horrible.
see the ads.
There's
that
only
come on
one
my
Journey in
screen.
my life.
That's right, and
That's
it's led by
Steve
Stevie P.
Yes. That's the only Journey I care about.
Got the Journey medley last night a little bit with the Bon Jovi that they call the sellout medley.
Oh yeah, tell about what you did last night that I couldn't go to because I'm so broke. I am so broke. I have to jerk off the dog to feed the cat.
Rob Peter to pay Paul. Last night, my cousin's group, Naughty Chair, got back together after 4.5 years for a one-night only reunion at the Saloon on Calhoun. It was a sold-out show.
Wasn't it
at
called Salmon on
capacity.
Calhoun with bacon? At one
Yes,
point?
it still is with bacon because
Okay.
everything on the menu is either has bacon or pork belly with it, which is nice. And we had a good old 80s rock and roll time last night. It was a lot of fun seeing everybody again and getting most of the group back together. The entire band itself was the original. They brought back everybody, even Smokey, on rhythm guitar. It's great.
Okay.
But yeah, they play what we call a sellout medley because they play a lot of more obscure 80s metal songs.
Yeah, some Queensryche, and
Yeah.
that's what they start with.
And like different Whitesnake songs that aren't all the hits except for Still of the Night. They do what they call the sellout medley where they play a couple Journey songs, a couple Bon Jovi songs, Back in Black, Rock You Like a Hurricane, Enter Sandman, that kind of thing. And it was fantastic. My ears are still ringing.
You got your voice back?
Yeah, Universe, you're lucky. About 4 hours ago, I couldn't even speak. And just no sound would come out, but we came through in the clutch. Because Alex rocks whenever he can.
That is awesome. I've seen them a number of times in Madison. Great band. I hope they come back. Maybe next time we'll have a little bit of money and can afford to go out.
It would be great if they did it again. To see probably 500 people plus strong packed into a building that never stopped. all
Burn
night.
Marshall building, show up and kick people out.
Right. Well, they started going around saying, like, there was people that were eating, they were getting their food boxed up, and security was coming over to them. They're like, "Do you have a wristband?" "No, I was here to eat." "Well, you need to get out."
Whoa.
Because we're at capacity, and everybody that's in here now, except for you guys, had to pay $10 to get in. So if you're not gonna pay $10 to stay, you gotta go. Like while they're getting their food boxed, like that's how
Whoa.
packed house it was. It was an intense and amazing experience, and I try not to be biased because my cousin's a singer of the band, but they're the best cover band I've ever seen, and I've seen so many bands.
They're the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Everything else pales in comparison when I see them.
Pales.
I agree. I
Cover
like it.
bands can fucking suck too.
What?
I
You
like
have the most grandma vocabulary I've ever heard.
Grandma vocabulary?
Vocabulary.
There's nothing wrong with the word pale.
What's
Pales
wrong
in
with
comparison.
She
pales?
says like cattywampus and
When did she ever?
She's a country girl.
says that all the time.
Not all the time, but when it
And
applies.
the lady was all scantily clad.
I love using scantily clad whenever I can fit that
Scantily
in.
clad is just funny.
Oh. Yeah, she just busts that out of nowhere.
Scantily
So what?
clad.
Oh, and we're sorry, Universe. Molly told her one joke for the month earlier,
Missed it.
and we weren't recording, so you'll have to wait till November. We might get another one.
You might get another one. Never
like-
hold out hope.
More people see Bigfoot than hear Molly tell a joke.
Was it funny?
No. What was your joke? Go ahead, tell it.
No.
There you go.
It was in context. It doesn't sound as
Oh,
funny.
sure, that's why.
Yeah.
It was a Star Wars reference joke. I was referencing Star
Yeah.
Wars with something Ian was saying.
Who's Ian?
It's our special guest.
A special guest.
You got to see Edgy WK too.
I did see.
I see him every day. That's my dad.
I saw him at Summerfest. That man's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I even
Party's hard.
saw.
Dude, he puts on an amazing show.
I even saw Kesha on Thursday. I was at the rave 2 days in a row.
Yeah, how's that dude?
I heard Kesha puts on a great show too.
Kesha Thursday, Andrew WK Friday, Naughty Chair Saturday. Alex gets around and rocks.
You put on that
Glitter
picture,
everywhere
and
at the Kesha show?
that's
Yeah.
like her best picture that she could have chose, and she still looks like a dude.
Kesha, she's really big now. Like,
Oh,
She
she's
pulled the ripcord.
well, she didn't have a
No,
choice. She
but-
was very unhealthy.
What happened?
She disappeared because she had like
she had to go
bulimia
to
and
recovery because
everything
she
and
was.
had all sorts of issues.
Was it the alcohol or was she?
Alcohol too, but like she was bulimic when she did that song with Pitbull, and yeah, it was a rough time. Producer or whatever was really messing with her, so she fell off the rails and had to come back. And she made actually a really great record,
Okay.
which I don't like pop music, but really good for pop music.
Yeah, but there's pop music and then
good
there's
show.
Kesha. Kesha's different in most. She's like a Lady Gaga, where it's like it's pop music, but it's better than most shit that's out
I
there.
don't know one Kesha song.
You're
And we can't play it either because that'll cost 8 cents.
Yeah, sorry, Kesha.
All right, so let's talk about nowadays the Halloween times, how obnoxious that's been. When you're a kid and you have to trick-or-treat during the daytime, that is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
They're all like 1 to 4.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about?
I mean, like, West Bend was always kind of like that, but it, like Milwaukee, we've gone to the north side growing up, like, you trick-or-treated till, like, the sun went down.
Jackson didn't give a shit. We were out till 10.
Yeah, it was 8 to 10 in
Jackson
Jackson.
had no limit.
I grew up in West Bend, and we still used to trick or treat in the dark, like, at least.
Yeah, but now they even got rid. Have you heard of the trunk or treat?
No.
Oh my god, it's so horrible.
Sounds bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
what they do is everybody goes to like this giant parking lot, say at the school or something, and kids just go car to car to get their
They
candy.
decorate their trunks with some kind of like a theme, like they give their trunks a costume. They decorate their
Everybody's
trunks,
special.
and they sit there and they hand candy out from the trunk of their car.
That's pretty bad.
And the kids just walk from car to car to car.
That's trick or treating now.
You can't see me right now, universe, but I have my head on my microphone because this just sounds stupid.
Well, they can't have their babies outside. They're too special.
Wow.
So I think it's more of a reaction to the fucked up world. Something. There's been some pretty fucked up shit that's happened to kids recently. That.
Dude, if you're gonna fucking take a child, you don't do it on Halloween. You do it on a Tuesday. You don't.
You sound like you've got
Everybody's-
this planned out.
Yeah.
You remember my old car?
Yeah.
All it was missing was a picture of an ice cream.
I mean, they don't want them in bad neighborhoods, but like, hey, let's do it in a parking lot and make it look like an organized drug deal instead.
Yeah.
With candy and streamers. Like,
Oh.
I don't know.
It just takes all the fun out of it. That's not trick or treat.
I grew up on and off on the north side. Tom did a little bit too.
Yep.
And I legitimately seen kids get punched in the face and robbed of their candy.
Wow.
That's terrible, but I've seen it. But that's still so few and far between.
Yeah.
It's just kind of with a lot of things, from
It's just
jobs
overprotection.
and policies and stuff like that. It's always the case of like a few bad apples ruin a whole bunch.
Well, and that's
You know?
the decision that comes down to like the town. They make the hours. Am I not
Right.
even
It's like-
they might just be taking it upon themselves to think of what the parents would want.
It seems
So
like,
no one's gonna get punched look, at 8 o'clock at night
right.
instead of 1 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
What the hell's the difference?
It's like we seem to be changing things because 5% out of 100 fuck things up and do
Mhm.
things wrong, but there's no like thank you to the 95% of
Yeah.
people that actually do shit the right way. Like, oh, this handful of idiots fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't be like
Yeah,
that.
this happened this one time back in this time, so we're just never gonna let that happen again. So now it's all fucked up and it's completely different.
Ugh.
I just feel like it takes away from the,
It's supposed to be spooky, scary time.
talk about what did your family used to do for
Oh, we
Halloween?
were on the news. Our family went balls to the wall, man. We had people jumping out of trees. We had graves.
Please tell me
My
Foz
mom-
dressed up as something.
Foz dressed up as something.
What?
One time we had like a table with a hole in the middle, and then he was just the head sitting there.
Smoking a cigarette the entire fucking
I can't
night.
reach. Just run. Somebody put a cigarette in my
Just
mouth.
chain.
Just chain smoking. So we had a head guy. My mom had this fucking weird ass hand where if she like handed you candy, your shit came off. She was we had a full on coffin, just dead bodies, just laying there. People would come out of graves at kids.
I remember there was like a house that back in the day there was houses that kids wouldn't go to because it was like it's too fucking scary.
That probably was my house.
I remember there was
I
one.
mean, my brother jumping out of the tree at kids.
Like, wait a minute.
Dude, the one time we all thought my brother was gonna die because he got this kid for like must have been a couple years, and this kid was waiting for him. He dressed up as a cop and had a real pistol with real blanks.
Wow.
And my brother jumped out of the tree at this kid, and he just kaboom, and like flames come out of the gun. My brother was so pissed he thought he was dead.
That kid's actually the greatest person on earth.
On earth.
And that was the last time your brother jumped out
Yeah,
of the
my
tree.
brother. Then it became my job to jump out of the tree.
You didn't want to.
Yeah, because his dad was a cop and had blanks. But But that's suburb trick-or-treating.
Right.
You can fire guns.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
In the universe, you don't know what Tom's brother used to look like and be.
Jason Voorhees without a mask.
Yeah, basically. But, like, he's a giant, scary dude that you want to know a piece of. And we skipped school once.
Oh, jeez.
And he came home to hunt. So he walked in and caught us all skipping school, but he's holding a shotgun. And it's just... It was terrifying for a little bit until he brought himself down and went to go kill something so that he could leave us alone.
Because in my backyard, you could just hunt geese.
Yeah, we were far enough off the road that you can just hunt in the backyard. It was very convenient.
It was awesome.
I don't hunt, but I accompanied on many.
You were there with me a few times.
A few times.
Yeah, we always kept a loaded shotgun right by the back door.
Yep.
City living.
Yeah.
Not for me.
You see Tom's brother coming in with a shotgun in hand, and you know you did something wrong. And you're a kid, you're scared. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, my brother's 14 years older than me, so when we were in high school, he was just a pissed off 30-year-old dude.
Yeah. Already bitter at the world.
Yep, knowing that his little brother's fucking up. Oh boy. So have you seen this new shit online here? Check out that chick, Abby from NCIS.
Yep.
They fucking fired her for looking too young.
What?
Yeah, she's 47 years old, and she came out, and she's been using, like, this beauty care product for 10 years, and she actually came out and, like, pushed it. Yes, 47. Okay, look at her face there. Okay. This is a picture of her 10 years ago before she started using this shit. Look at that Hagrid monster, like an unraveled mummy.
That's also with no makeup, though.
Yeah.
That's still pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, she goes from that to...
I mean, that's full on.
And that's
like,
10 years later.
That's full on, like...
Hollywood makeup.
Yeah, that's TV show makeup. That's a severe...
But she was on Dr. Oz talking about this shit, and he...
You know,
he's showing people...
we would look pretty with Hollywood.
Yeah, I was
makeup
gonna say,
on,
they could make
I'm
me
just
look
saying.
amazing.
You?
Dude, look at that.
I know. That's insane. Alex, tell us about your guitar. Your monster. Your Frankenstein's monster.
So, I like to play guitar. It's a second career of mine. I make some music and contract out music, but I wanted a guitar that was unique, that nobody can duplicate or replicate the sound of. So I bought...
That's tall order.
I bought pieces. I bought a new Gibson SG body that was just the body. I got a Gibson SG neck from 1970, one of the same models that Angus Young and Tony Iommi play, AC/DC and Black Sabbath. And I had those two fused together. They're also the high performance models of it. So
You can't even control your fake microphone, dude.
How fucking you have it sitting on the blanket?
So it's a little more costly than the standard version. And then I like old school Jackson guitars. I think they're some of the best heavy metal guitars ever made, Jackson and Hamer. Megadeth played Jackson exclusively from when they started all the way until the breakup, before Dave went to ESP and then Dean Guitars.
Okay.
But Jackson's one of the good brands for heavy metal, but they were bought out by Fender a few years ago, so they're a little cheaper than they used to be back in the day as far as what they're made of. So I wanted that old school sound. I really wanted to buy Randy Rhodes's Flying V, the Jackson original, but it's thousands of dollars, and so I wanted to do my own thing, but kind of take that sound with an SG body, because that's what I'm most comfortable playing. So I figured out which pickups are in the Randy Rhodes guitar. I bought them separately, and they're bigger than what an SG can handle, so I had my guitar guy router out the size of them specifically.
You got a guitar guy.
I do have a guitar guy. I do. It's done a lot of work for me, too. And we basically custom fit these pickups into this body and fuse this thing together. So it's a 2016 1970 Gibson SG high performance model with two pickups from Randy Rhodes' guitar in it, so it has a Jackson sound in a Gibson Frankenstein body, and that's my primary weapon of choice.
Awesome. And you always take your shirt off and play guitar for face.
Not always. Sometimes it gets a little hot in here, and we're kind of in that season where you can't turn the air on because it's October, but it's way too early for heat. And then when weather fluctuates, you just got to lose some clothing layers.
There you go.
And I mean, I'm not disappointing anyone.
No, just making chicks wet all over the world.
How many guitars do you have now? You've got a huge collection.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 guitars and 2 basses. I used to have a lot more, but I sold a lot of them because now I'm specifically just crafting guitars for what my needs are.
What do you just sell them online and do you make money off them, or do you always sell them for way less?
No, I've made money on almost all of them.
Oh shit.
I made money selling a lot of video games.
Yeah,
in the
same
past.
here. Even I made a lot of money selling old wrestling figures on
Really?
eBay and stuff. Yeah,
Huh.
I had the first line of movable ones from 1990 where they started to move, and they weren't just giant rubber ones.
Yeah.
So I sold a set of 11 of them on eBay when I moved to Madison for like $120.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Then even the Attitude Era stuff, because remember I was still buying that stuff in high school early.
Yeah, we were buying wrestling.
We had shrines, man. But I sold.
Man, Attitude Era was the shit. But keep going.
I sold the ring and all those Attitude Era figures for almost $200. It was over $200 for shipping.
Wow.
Fuck.
If you got the first series of a set that comes out, people want that original.
And you never know at the time that's going to be worth
Right,
that much
you're just
money.
going to the store spending $5 on a figure, which now they're like $18.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's like
it used to be
yeah.
$5 a pop, $4.99. Boom, go get it.
Wow. How much you think them Ninja Turtle figures are worth up there?
Those aren't originals.
Oh, they are.
I bought them in 2012 because they're based off of the original ones, but
Yeah.
I just did that for my own nostalgia.
See, the thing that I hate about collectibles is alright, so I got an original Dark Side of the Moon record.
Cool.
Fucking awesome, yeah. Vinyl.
Do you clean your weed on it?
Oh, no, I'm just waiting for all those fuckers to die so I can sell it for big money, which is horrible, but it's true. I'm waiting for the day.
That might buy you a vacation.
Yeah, that the last member of Pink Floyd kicks it, so I can be like...
It's gonna be a...
I got a Michael Jackson
I
figure.
can't call him the Jew. Dude is waiting for people to die. to
Fuck
make
you,
money.
that's anybody who owns an original vinyl of Pink Floyd. I got a figurine of Michael Jackson. Now the package is up and
You
says
would
values
push the
down,
last
but I
member of
guarantee
Pink
the longer I
Floyd
hold on to that thing, now
downstairs
that they
just so
have
he can go. Just so he can go sell their record for more.
Yeah.
Like that poster behind you when I got Rancid's the whole group's autograph, it kind of slipped out of the frame. I got to reset it. But yeah, I'll probably sell that in 30 years when they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't
probably
wait
make-
for you to die so I can profit off
Probably
of
make
that.
good money off of that thing too.
Yeah. That's one thing I feel bad about. My mom showed me that Pink Floyd record, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna definitely...
That's what
How
we're going
many
to tell Susan
instantly
next week when
Googled
she's
how
on the
many members are
podcast.
left, how old are they?
Thanks for doing our cover art. Can't wait for you to die, so
Yeah.
your shit is actually worth something.
Well, when Molly dies, I'm gonna sell all 4,000 of her
believe you
fantasy
said
books
that.
for $13 at half price books.
Oh, fuck that. Those books are going right in a fireplace soon. If I have to move that bitch again, do you know how heavy fucking... She's got a ton of books. That is...
He's moved me 4 or 5 times with those books,
I hate
and
those books.
they're
Books are
heavy.
You don't even read them. A box of books is like a fridge.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the box stays together.
That's
And she doesn't even read them. They just sit
I
there
have
like
read them,
trophies. Like, I have read this.
Victory
and I will read
trophy
them again.
on the shelf.
They're all
No,
good
they're
books.
firewood is what they're going to be.
No.
Taking them to Uncle Mike's.
They come to Uncle Mike's. We'll
Don't
have a
you
book
dare.
burning. You know Germans are good at that.
usually ends poorly for someone.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
I know. We got the Jew sitting here with a room full of Germans.
I need my Harry Potter and
getting
my
ready
Robert
to
Jordan
start
books.
the Fourth Reich.
I am not included in this.
You are a German.
I am, but I
You
mean.
just sit back and let it happen.
Oh, gosh.
Alex, did you say anything?
Yeah. So then you're part of it.
Oh, man.
Guilty by association.
Yep, that's my life now.
Yeah. That's the one thing Jews have. We have something to hang over the rest of the world's head.
Yep. Anytime you can pull out the H card.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know someone who was in the
I
hospital.
can't help that my ancestor didn't say anything.
Could you?
I don't know.
Could you?
I know I don't age, but I'm only 33. I know I look identical
so it's
to
okay
kindergarten.
Yeah.
I
that
can't
picture
speak for
of you
generations
in the
past.
Robin outfit.
1987.
You look identical. It's like you just crawled out of that picture right now and did that podcast.
Somebody give me a Robin shirt.
Why were you Robin? You could have been Batman.
Because my dad was Batman.
Oh,
That he had the Batman shirt and a Joker shirt though, because he loved Cesar Romero from the original.
Yeah.
So my dad had the Batman shirt, so he got me the Robin pajama shirt with the cape. It was
Well, anything with a cape is cool.
Yeah.
Mine was Magneto with that cape, and the wind was blowing. Oh, I still remember it.
sweet,
Great.
sweet victory.
Sweet as hell. Molly,
Yes.
what are you going as? Come on.
For Halloween, I thought we already covered this.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be Carol.
Carol.
Yeah, we did cover it. Carol. Jew,
I'll probably be working. I don't typically do Halloween costumes.
but not on the weekend. Oh, wait,
No,
it
I
is
work.
next
I
weekend.
got off only every other weekend till my schedule's set. Yeah. So, but my favorite thing to do when I was in college was just to go to Goodwill and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then, like, if I had a beard, I would just shave the beard and keep the mustache, and like whatever came about of the Goodwill trip, worked it into some sort of theme.
Okay.
I wish I was more creative with Halloween because it seems like I really wanted to get
It
into
is
it. It'd be
fun.
awesome, but I'm just not. First off, Halloween always just flies by without me even noticing. Not even like all of a sudden, like, oh shit, that's right, it's 31st. Like, I don't even notice it. It's just
Wow.
I believe I'm going to a Halloween party on Saturday,
Oh, yeah?
which, you know what that means. I just throw a Wookiee suit over it.
There you go.
Done deal.
My sister's having a Halloween party you can come to next Sunday if we do the podcast early.
Ghostly fun.
But I don't know if you want to be around her. Drunk and hopped up on Halloween.
Gets physical.
Yeah, she'll be all over you. She is gonna take it from you. She is going to take you.
She's so strong.
Yeah. You're safe though, Jew.
Sorry.
Pretty up.
Not sorry.
The thing about Halloween for us is we always get so into our costumes and we think, oh, we could do this easy.
And then it's money.
That's a big
And then
investment.
we end up taking so much more time and money to make the costumes from scratch than if we had just like
bought a
bought
costume.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's part of it, though. Working as a couple, two people to work off of probably makes it way more enjoyable
Yeah.
than just kind of
Yeah.
trying
No-
to fucking throw something together before you go to a bullshit party.
No one ever knows who we are.
Yeah. We went
And
as, what was
I
it?
never.
Magneto and Mystique last year, and she was a shitty Smurfette, and I was a shitty Iron Man. That's what people thought we were.
But our costumes were awesome.
Disappointing.
They were
Hey, are you
awesome.
shitty Iron Man?
Yes, and this is shitty Smurfette.
It's because we went as the comic versions of them, though, not the like
Oh,
movie
we're
versions.
authentic.
Technicalities.
Yeah.
It was the movie version. Gotta go as the comic.
That's why no one knew who we were.
And then we went as Resident Evil, and we're spot on nuts perfect, and everybody thought we were just shitty cops.
Really?
They didn't know we were from the game. One person in the entire time in West Bend knew that we were Resident Evil, and he
Yeah, but
loved it. And he
you
had to
bashed on
get
him,
pictures
that
with
one
us. Yeah. Like, okay, thank God, one person knows.
Yeah.
He spent hundreds of dollars making
Yeah, we
these
went
costumes.
all out on them, and I like made some of the stuff from scratch.
Yeah, we cut up, like, Tupperware jars to do the shoulder pads, and
I don't know why
sewed.
I don't dig Halloween, because my mom and dad, like, were over the top too, making costumes, because my mom did, like, the retouching art, so, like, she painted herself as the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Okay.
With like she had the full purple suit with the hat
Nice.
and everything, and my dad would do his own like gelatin, blood Viking shit on his face. He'd do that whole thing, and I was always like, I don't care about this. I put a flannel on. I took my mom's like eyeliner pencil and stenciled a fucking mustache on myself and a black eye. I'm like, I'm a fucking hobo. Go trick or treating.
Yeah.
Like, even when I had my
Give me some
first
candy.
and only Halloween party when I moved into my first apartment at 18,
Yes.
I wore my old boxing trunks and my boxing shoes, and I taped a beer to my boxing glove, and I wore my boxing gloves, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a boxer.
There you go.
What are you? You can't tell?
I'm a boxer.
I used to just shave my beard, have my mustache, and get like a NASCAR t-shirt and a NASCAR hat with some shitty pair of like cargo jeans.
I'm trash.
Yeah, I'm white trash.
Perfect.
One time I went like ripped out of my mind to like the Minnesota. I went to the Goodwill and all I could find is like a Twins t-shirt
The Goodwill.
and a Minnesota Twins hat. I was a douchebag from Minnesota.
The Minnesota.
Let's go to a bar.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was a Minnesota
totally
douchebag. Thing
done
is,
an
that's the
Illinois
most
thing.
successful costume I've ever had in my entire life. And it was like, that's hilarious, and I don't know why. I was like, I don't know why either. I made this up 10 minutes ago.
Because I should be from Illinois.
Yeah, a piece of
But
shit
I'm
from
not.
Minnesota. Let's just go to the party. I don't give a shit.
There you go. That works. What were you saying there, Mama?
Oh, I was just gonna share when I was a kid. Even I got into my mom used to actually sew like costumes for me. Like she
No, I
made
do that.
she made a Black Widow costume for my sister that literally had all the extra legs in between like her arm, like that were stuffed like actual legs and had the back like all stuffed Black Widow. And then she made me a ladybug. Like they were insane. Like the time that she spent doing these costumes.
And now they just go trunk to trunk.
Yeah.
Don't even get into it. We don't get any trick-or-treaters anymore.
No.
I never had one
Really.
in Madison when I lived there.
We lived in 4 different places, and
Trailer park, I get one.
that kid car
One or
probably
two.
gets loaded. That was my money. I always hit the trailer park.
Yeah.
Door to door, quick, running, just filling.
Half the time there is.
Half the time they're like, dude, you're the only one that showed up, so here. Take a ton.
Load.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, I think that's good for some bonus content today. Let's do a little plugs. Hey, you want to do the plug this time?
Sure.
Since I've been fucking it
I'll
up
do
so
the
much
plug.
lately.
Universe, we want to hear from you. You can visit our website at tomanalexuniverse.com. Our Twitter handle is @Unipodcast. Meet us on Facebook at facebook.com/Unipodcast. And our podcast is also available on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, and many of the other podcast hosting sites. You can see our website for more details. It's always going to be a work in progress. And like Tom said earlier, for the first segment of the show, we have a donation button if you'd like to donate to the show. Everything goes into the show so that we can be better for you because we are always striving to be our best for you. And as always, we want to hear from you. And thank you for listening to our extra content this week.
Very special thanks to the Jew. Thanks for showing up, Jew.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
And everybody, have a good day.